What up, Bulls Nation? We've got live CHGO Bulls postgame coming up right now. The Bulls suffer a bad loss, 113-110. They fall to the Pacers for the third time this season. And the worst part is they were up 14 midway through the fourth quarter. We'll try and break this one down next. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls postgame. Coming to you live from our CHGO Xfinity Loft here in downtown Chicago. CHGO Bulls postgame is presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app with code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it is never ordinary at Bet365. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Thanks for being here with us. If you're hanging out in that YouTube chat, hit the like button right now. It's free. Throw us a super chat if you're trying to spread some joy tonight, despite the outcome. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That's my guy, Big Dave. Bow. BAWL Sports. We will hear from Will to Go Gottlieb, who was in Indy for this one later on in tonight's postgame show. Get his thoughts and intel from the postgame locker room, the visitors' locker room, where I can't imagine the vibes are too high right now. Shout out, Joey C, King of the Controls. Joey, you're still trying to shake that one off.
Go ahead, Joey C.
I got to be honest, boys. That was a lot to take in.
So tell us about your emotions, Joey C.
Bulls basketball.
Indigestion. I'm going to keep this brief, right? Like, because this is my first year on the beat. You guys have been doing the MJ's work for the last like 3 seasons with the same thing over and over again.
Longer than that.
So tonight was sitting right there for the Bulls to not only have a comfortable win, but probably have a laugh for the way that they played the first quarter. And then, of course, the second quarter came around, and, man, they were only up by 5 or 6 or 7, and they still got up again by, 11 and 12 in the third and fourth quarter, and alas, the Indiana Pacers now have, their 12th win of the season, third by the Chicago Bulls. I'm just like, dude, I'm taking it back. Thomas Banks here in the chat saying just laughable. I agree. Back to you.
That's Joey C. reporting live
From the producer's desk.
From a very sad place.
From the glass case of emotion.
Look, man, I mean, I'm glad Joey C. was here to feel that because, as he said, me and Matt been doing this for longer than 4 years. We've been seeing this. We kind of weren't shocked by it. We were like slightly expecting those things to kind of go down like that. But let me speak for me. Like, seeing it still, I still was like, oh, come on. This is how we're going to do it. I talked about it at halftime during our half game hit that the Pacers should be excited that this is a 4-point lead.
Ridiculous that it was only a 4-point lead.
Seriously. Like, the Bulls were playing really great offensively, but I'm like, why are the Pacers this close? Couldn't understand it. And then shout out Ayo Dosunmu, who took it upon himself to say we are not losing this game and helped get the Bulls to a 14-point lead at one point in time. And also Jalen Smith as well, but mainly Ayo, especially in that fourth quarter. A few and ones Ayo Dosunmu had. Then Ayo Dosunmu was taken off the floor, and the run kind of just went crazy after that. And by the time he brought Ayo back in, like, the run had already happened. Everything was already done. Great play out of the timeout by Billy that was drawn up for Nikola Vucevic to get another wide open 3 for the Bulls to take that lead. The issue was the Pacers still had a ton of time on that clock, and they came down and scored kind of immediately with everybody touching the ball. And I believe it was Mathurin who went underneath for the layup to get that. And then we saw the next play that happened. We saw the inbounds with the alley-oop to Modest, which would have been awesome if that
had
actually
it worked. Would have been great.
Would have been great. And then we saw Kobe White taking on the Furfinator. And come on, 8 times out of 10, that's going Furphy's way. And these are jokes, y'all. These are jokes. But
Neesmith with a great help block.
Neesmith with an excellent job on his help. Furphy nailed 2 free throws. And then the Bulls, with the 3-point down 3, getting the inbounds pass, you see Ayo, and me and Joey C were seeing it, like Ayo Dosunmu coming off and curling and was open and to get it. And that's what I was looking at. So when the ball went in bounds, I didn't even see what it really truly happened because I just knew Ayo was getting the basketball because he was on that run. And I'm like, oh, he's getting the ball. I was like, wait, what do you mean the game's over? And then I said, Matt, what happened? He said, Giddey turnover. It was a Giddey turnover on that pass play to Vooch. And I'm like, why are we passing to Vooch to get this half-court shot?
Well, he did hit a deep three in what was that, the third quarter?
Yeah, I just didn't like it.
And even if you get it into the big man, right, and then you have Ayo cross, and it's a little bit of a handoff to give him some space to get off the thing. There's only 2.3 seconds left. It's just not the pass that you do there.
No,
like,
you give it directly to Ayo.
Get the load of speed on Ayo and give him a shot to do
everybody down.
If you were looking for a hook and ladder type play there, you would have had to execute it exactly perfectly, flawlessly with the amount of time you had.
Correct. Hey, Julia. Oh, sorry, Julia. Patrick Williams says ass. That was for Julia. Excuse me. Ass. But yeah, man, like just a bad loss. Not a tough loss. I think I said tough loss on Twitter, but that's not a tough. I was wrong. That's a bad loss. Like it's not a tough one. Like oh man, it's gonna sting because we did our best. It could have had that one. No, bro, they gave it away. It was their Pacers when they took that lead. It was their first lead since it was 10-8. In that first quarter, man. Like, they just kept hanging around and hanging around and hanging around. It's the Bulls' third loss to a team with, 12 wins?
Yes.
That's insane. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, and Siakam wasn't great until the fourth quarter where he had, 13 points in that fourth, for sure. But he wasn't, killing. It was 11 to 23 from the field. Like, he wasn't shooting great at all. But the Bulls had no business, and I mean none, zero business, losing this basketball game to the Indiana Pacers, man. Everything was set up for them to get this win, and the Bulls bumbled it. It's that simple.
Yeah, shout out to everybody hanging out with us in that chat. A lot of people getting off all kinds of emotions. JJP Carrera saying, if we lose to the Pacers one more freaking time, guess what? They might.
Guess what?
They're a division opponent. Yeah, we'll see them again before it's all said and done. Dave, you were talking about, is this a tough loss or is this a bad loss?
Yeah.
Here's another good choice. This is a fine day in the chat. Sure. This is an exposing loss.
Ooh. Okay, speak on it.
It exposed, yet again, how unserious this team is. Some of us have been saying that all season. They got back above 500 as late into a season as they had in years. Good for them. They lost to the Pacers for the third time. The team that is 14th in your conference just got their 12th win of the season against you, but their third win of the season against you. Your sorry bum-ass excuse for let's just add a piece here for a playoff push team that you call competitive. What a joke. Exposing is a good word. I might also add hilarious. This is a hilarious loss for Bulls fans who see the bigger picture and did not take this team seriously at any point this season because they're lacking in talent. They're lacking a true elite level head coach, and they're lacking an elite executive, or dare I say even a competent executive to put the right pieces of a winning basketball team together. You lose to a bottom feeder 3 times? 3 times!
3 of them.
I mean, you got outscored 26-9 over the final 7 minutes and change of the fourth quarter.
Damn.
26-9.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That is tough.
Those numbers are startling.
Oh, man.
It is I'm sorry, y'all. Chicagofornian Lars, what up? Saying I also I agree, Matt. I don't take this team seriously, but he says he thinks Giddey was playing hurt. Should have had Javon to throw in that lob to Modest. Well, are we going to throw Javon in cold?
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
for a play of the game scenario.
No, you have Giddey in
5'9" Javon Carter with an inbounds pass.
Yeah, no, you're not asking Giddey to do anything but what he's supposed to do well, which is pass the basketball, and he has the size and everything like that. So yeah, you go ahead and you pass that ball, but. Man, dog, that's a bad loss. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I just Joey. I think I saw we had a super chat from Ryan. I want to say that let's get to now. Ryan with a $20 super chat. Appreciate you, Ryan. Saying what I want to know is why was the ball not in Ayo's hands? He was clearly the difference maker. Bad coaching to put the ball in Vooch and Kobe's hands towards the end, especially with Kobe having a bad night. And look, Kobe did make a tough bucket there in that final sequence of possessions back and forth when the Pacers brought it all the way down to a one-possession game. And I saw somebody else in the chat, I think Jason Ashland, saying, why did Billy take Ayo out in that fourth quarter? he took him out for a short rest. He and Josh both came out for a short rest, and then Jalen Smith came out for a short rest, and then they came back in. Ayo finished that game. You know, maybe he was gassed and Billy felt the need. But even if you're going to say, well, you still got to give him a short breather at some point in the fourth because I was gassed because he was running the whole game, that part is fine. I got no gripe with that. But to Ryan's point, I was cooking the Pacers in the transition game, beating them to the rack for the entirety of the third quarter. He was cooking them.
Yeah, man.
Kobe was not. Josh was not.
Yeah.
Vooch was not.
No.
You went away from the guy who was winning you that game, which is hard to ignore.
Yeah, and I mentioned about Giddey's minutes restriction. I said it when they brought it back that it's a screen door. You know what I mean? It's just there. It's not something they're going to follow or anything like that, and we know that's because he hasn't done it for anybody. That's except the players that he really, leans on. So Herter, Kobe, and Giddey, you're going to have minute restrictions, whatever, be damned. If the only way it's going to be a restriction is if they're sitting out on a back-to-back. It's because they're not playing. If they're out there, they're going over those minutes, man, because they're trying to win every single game. But, yeah, Matt, that was my biggest gripe was Ayo being taken out the game. And I'm sure it was for a breather. He's a human being. I understand that. It was for a breather. It has to happen. But you just saw it kind of collapse a little more, and especially with the offense in that kind of way. You saw that kind of collapse where Ayo Dosunmu went to the bench, and then Billy had to bring him right, like, okay, do this. All right, now get back out there, dog. Like, we need you back out there in the game to do our thing. So it was just tough, bro. Like, just a real ugly, bad loss and exposing loss for everything you just stated. And, again, y'all don't have to like what he's saying, but if you can point out the lie, then point it out. But he's telling the truth. But it's just a bad loss. And, Matt, you don't want these kind of losses when you're about to go up against a team that you clearly struggle against, which is the Miami Heat. Not once, not twice, but 3 straight times.
One for each time they've lost to them in the play-in tournament.
Yes, and now you're going in a back-to-back, and we've already said Kobe White is not going to be playing in back-to-backs, so you're losing your scorer right there. I mean, that's just tough, bro. So it's going to be a tough matchup to go against the Heat, which is what made this game so important for the Bulls to get this victory, man. So now not having it and probably not having Kobe, we'll see if they play Giddey. He might sit out on a back-to-back. We don't know that yet. But we'll see if they, put him out there because it's going to be 3 games is why I'm saying that. So we don't know what it's going to be, but they needed to get this win, Joey C., if they were going to go ahead and stem the tide and kind of just level it off against the Heat.
Yeah, and I just keep coming back to that comment, and Peck, you were nailing it about this being an exposing loss. Yeah. And I understand that, Kobe was fine. He was pretty up and down tonight mostly, and I see a lot of people in the chat saying, Billy needs to run more set plays for this player, that player, Ayo, whatever it is. But I saw on multiple possessions towards the end, guys not really being willing to step up and hit the big shot or make something happen. You know who at the very least was willing to do that was Kobe White, right? And I'll also say, even towards that last play when they had, the Pacers had a foul to give, Josh Giddey was about to take whatever that final shot was, but when that foul to give happened, he had his back to the basket at the free throw line. Yeah. He wasn't exactly in position to have that top-notch shot. And when you say exposing loss, it just goes back to crunch time when stuff starts going wrong. It isn't always the coach's fault for not putting up a set play that is perfect, that puts a person in a wide-open position to score. Sometimes you need your players to make plays. Yeah. And unfortunately, when it started to dwindle on them, and 26-9 run, there weren't enough guys out there, I thought, willing to go out there and at least try and make plays outside of Kobe and Ayo. And that is a larger issue with the Bulls right now.
And Billy did draw up 2 plays for them to score on. One was the Vooch 3, which was a great play. The other one was the modest oop, which was another really good play to drawn up to score on. So he put them in that situation. But sometimes, guys, like Joey C just said, you're going to have that guy, you know what I mean, to actually do it. And I'm not saying it has to be the best player in the world kind of guy. You just need a guy, you know what I mean, to step up and hit those shots for you or to be that threat for you, man. But, yeah, it just didn't happen tonight for the Bulls, man. And I'm telling you, this Miami game, this Miami series is what it's about to be. It's about to be real interesting, bro.
Yeah, South MU in the chat saying Bulls don't have a single staple play that they go to in the clutch, and they are 6 years into the Billy era. Wow. I think there is some truth in that. I mean, what does it say that all of this team's clutch wins this season involve Vooch hitting a ridiculous shot?
Yeah, man. He hit another one.
That's not a great plan to run out there, especially for the volume of clutch games that the Bulls have played.
A lot.
They took an L tonight, but they still have an above 500 record in clutch games this season. Yeah. I think they showed the stat, and when we were coming down to that final possession, 16-11, now I think 16-12. In games decided, within a 5-point margin in the final 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
They've pulled so many of these wins out of their butts, y'all. Like, they were 23-23 coming in it tonight.
Yeah.
But, their projected win-loss is something closer to 20-26.
Yeah.
Based on just the stats of the games that we all sat and watched together.
Yeah, that's it.
So, I think they're lucky to be where they are. And now the great fear is, dear God, what is going through AK's head?
Yeah.
As he gets ready to rest it on his pillow tonight, wherever he is, as we near that deadline a week from tomorrow.
Yeah, they needed it, man. They had to have it. And shout out Undisputed. He said Giddy is a guy. I didn't say eight. I mean, they needed.
He's a guy.
You know what I mean? Like, they just needed that dude tonight. It just wasn't him tonight.
He's
like tonight. It simply wasn't him. You know what I mean? To be that guy to do it for you tonight. Not saying he's not a guy. He is. He's got some talent, some special talent to him. But tonight, in this game, it wasn't happening, bro.
I think that's the most accurate thing Undisputed's ever said. Giddy is a guy. All right, we got to knock out our first ad break. We'll come back. Lots more to talk about on tonight's game. Talk about Game Day Difference Maker. We'll hear from Willie Gottlieb a little later on as well. Hit the like button. It's free. BRB. CHGO Bulls is brought to you by Xfinity. Big Dave, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Imagine Wi-Fi.
Okay.
That makes everything in your home work together.
All right.
That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them.
Not possible.
Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense.
Doesn't happen.
Shout out Bruce Willis. And then it lets you stream the game even when the whole family is online on their various devices.
Impossible, man.
That's what you get with Xfinity and their 5-year price guarantee, Dave.
What?
Yep. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me, a lot can change in 5 years. We were hosting a different Bulls show 5 years ago.
True.
Now we're here.
True.
Championships are won, records are broken, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi, that should stay reliable, and the price should stay put. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that.
Shopify!
Woo!
You want to start a business?
Cha-ching.
I know Joey C. want to start a business.
Sure do.
Yeah, one of his many, many dreams, ladies and gentlemen, outside of being the world's greatest actor, Oscar's on the way, was starting his own business. And if he's going to still hold fast to that dream, he's going to need Shopify, just like you are going to need Shopify. Because they are the e-commerce platform behind millions and millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States of America, that's here. Shopify even powers the CHGO merch store, powered by Shopify. Slap Shopify, ladies and gentlemen. They got you covered with the website creation, product description, email, and social media marketing, and much more. You can turn that big business idea into cold, hard cash with Spotify on your side. Sign up for their $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/ALLCITY. That's shopify.com/ALLCITY.
CHGO Bulls postgame rolling along on Wednesday night. A tough one. Loss to the Pacers. The Bulls fall to 23-24. Don't you worry. Still right in that play-in tournament picture. Peck, Big Dave, our guy Joey C hanging out with us. Appreciate you being here, Bulls Nation. We got a couple other super chats. Let's knock those out right now. Why don't we, Mr. Joe? NJ Hawk 40 threw us a $10 super chat. Appreciate you. Saying this is just laughable. This team is going nowhere, and AK thinks we are buyers. Sell. But ownership will not do it because we are complacent and we will never learn from our mistakes. Just a quick thought on that super chat. There was a report going around within the last day or so that AK is actually maybe looking to add talent to this team between now and that deadline a week from tomorrow. there have been contradicting reports from other outlets saying, no, the Bulls are looking to see what they might be able to get for some of the pieces they have on their roster right now. All of these, half a dozen expiring contracts that they have, and AK is going shopping in that regard, or fielding calls from those who are going shopping. So there's nothing conclusive for Bulls fans to know. There's only maybe one person in the world who knows what AK is going to do between now and next Thursday, and it's AK.
And it's AK.
And I doubt that he even knows what he's going to do yet.
I don't think he's figured out or gone through it all to understand exactly what the plan is. And again, to give him somewhat of grace on this, there's one big, huge piece that still has to move within the NBA before everybody knows exactly how it's going to go after that, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo. So when that piece falls, I think things will start falling in place, and things will get a little more normal and things like that. But that's just giving him a tad of grace on that. Everything else, though, what he said.
Yeah.
I don't have high hopes is where I'm at.
No faith. No faith whatsoever.
Not the highest
we got another super chat. Maybe we can pocket that one for now because I did hear jingle, I believe. Well, hold on. Are we still waiting on Goat to get set up?
There. All right. Another super chat. Go ahead, man.
Jerry the narco terrorist on YouTube threw us a 1999 super chat. Appreciate you. Shoot, where goes? I need the super chat back. What the frolicking underwriting committee of kangaroos? I see what you did there. Glad we are gonna quote buy into this mid crap. Jerry's purgatory continues forever. There you go, another person in the super chat column talking about the Bulls not actually gonna be buyers, are they?
Yeah,
because there's no reason they should. The only reason they should be a buyer, sacrificing future assets, future draft capital, or one piece of young talent on this team I believe in right now, is if they're if they're getting Giannis. That is. You're if you're looking as AK to add a nice role player talent piece.
Sure.
Perhaps a young player with experience.
Awesome.
Perhaps a toolsy wing of some kind.
Oh, no.
Adding at this trade deadline, if you're AK, is a fireable offense. It would not be his first fireable offense, but it would be a fireable offense if the person you're not bringing through those doors is a franchise star level player.
I'd like one.
All NBA team, multi-time All NBA team level player, or somebody who is clearly about to be that in this league.
We got one of those on our team.
We do. His name is Goat.
It is.
That's why it's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Joining us on that Go Talk hotline, presented by Michelob Ultra. Delicious taste of victory. Deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. It is the one and only Will the Goat Gottlieb from Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Yeah.
Goat, how are things down there in Indianapolis? Oh, no.
Oh, wait.
Start.
There it is. You're good.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
We got you now.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, this is a fantastic place to watch a basketball game. I always thought the United Center was the biggest arena in the NBA, and it might be in terms of capacity. This place is huge, and it really lit up when the Pacers made that run in the fourth quarter there. I mean, you guys, I'm sure I've talked about it, but 14-point collapse in the final 7 minutes is pretty crazy. And we were talking to Billy about it, and he just said, they ratcheted it up to a level we could not match. And it's really interesting watching this team continue to have problems against teams like the Pacers, like the Hornets, like the Nets, like the Jazz, and losing to some of these teams, but then coming back and beating teams like the Timberwolves and the Celtics and the Cavaliers. And it's just really hard to make heads or tails of it. I asked Kobe just now, and he said, I think if we had the answer to that, we would not have the problem. So I don't know how you solve that if they don't already have the answer, but there seems to be a level of physicality that they just can't match against some of these teams that really know how to play and really know how to exceed the Bulls' level of physicality and the pace that they play. And when teams up the ante, the Bulls just cannot match it. And that's how I think you run into games like this where you do have that collapse.
Go walk us through those final possessions for the Bulls. I thought Billy drew up two really good plays. One was for Vooch getting that three, and I thought the one drawn up for Matas getting that alley-oop was a good one as well. That last one, I didn't understand the inbound to Vooch. I thought Ayo was coming around on a curl and going down the baseline. I thought that's where the ball was going. But From your vantage point being there, what were you seeing on those last possessions?
I got to rewatch it, but we were, talking with Kobe about it, and he said basically that he drove and he thought he had an angle and just wasn't there, and the guy who was guarding Ayo, who was kind of in the dunker spot area or like extended dunker spot, was just able to kind of get a contest. So just didn't work out. I didn't hate the play call from what I saw. I'll have to go back and rewatch it, but I agree there were some really good play calls throughout this game, and really a lot of the like ATO out of bounds stuff that Billy draws up, I think is pretty good. And unfortunately, the one from Modest got tipped away, but I like that use of him, right? Like he's an athlete. He can get up and finish over the top, and you need something at the rim there. There's no goaltending on those plays, so you can just put it in. That I thought that was a creative idea. And then Vooch, I mean, how much more clutch can this dude be? I'm just not sure. Like he continues to make huge plays, and it's not even just the game winners, but like so many of these shots in the final 30 seconds or final minute of a game where it's tied or you're down or you're up one, and he seals it. So he's just been incredible. And the thing that Kobe said was like, you play a lot of clutch games, you're not going to win them all. So like sometimes they get more points than you in the end, and that's that.
I think the larger point being, it should not have been a clutch game. But this one they lose. Goat, we were talking a little bit before you joined us about just how effective Ayo was, just putting his head down and attacking the basket relentlessly tonight, and then the fact that they kind of went away from that in the fourth quarter. Can you speak to that a little bit? I saw a tweet of yours. You agree that it seemed like Ayo was controlling that game in the earlier part of the second half.
Well, he was really the only one that was like putting in, I don't know, I guess the way I would say it is like he kind of takes the game into his own hands. I don't think it's necessarily that they went away from him. I think those opportunities just kind of dried up. Ayo continues to just be so relentless attacking the rim, getting downhill, putting pressure on the basket, and that really opens up a lot of the driving kick and swing stuff that the Bulls need in order to generate good shots. And so it was tough that it went away, but I thought I had a great game. And it's just beating somebody in a straight line one-on-one is just not something that you can reliably count on as the game tightens up. And so you need to have counter moves. You need to be able to score in the mid-range. You need to be able to step back and hit threes. We saw Andrew Nembhard do that. And I think Ayo, as good as he is at that, like he still doesn't have that counter gear where he can stop on a diamond, pull up and hit a mid-range, or cross over and switch sides and finish with the left or something like that. But he's, just deadly beating guys off the dribble. I just don't know how that translates to end-of-game scenarios.
Go talk about the game the two forwards for the Bulls had, because I thought they played well. Modest Uzelis had a really awesome first half for the Bulls, and Jalen Smith had a really awesome second half for the Bulls. I thought they both finished like really strong with the numbers that they put up. What were you seeing as far as those two guys?
Yeah, it's a by committee thing. So like a lot of these guys are not like, I think the marker of a superstar player, a star player, is that you're able to every single night put your stamp and your impact on the game. And guys that are really good can maybe do that on occasion, but not always. And I think that's where the Bulls are. And so you have to have guys that step up at different times. And luckily they are deep, so they can have guys like Jalen Smith step up in the first half, like Modest put up a 15-point first half. So that's just kind of how it has to be, I think. Guys have to pick up the slack. Billy's going to have to try out new lineups and see what he can find that's working on any given night. And I think that's the real challenge from him, is like he's not always going to know what is going to work going into a game. And so he has to feel that out throughout the game and then make decisions based on that. But Modest, I thought, was really aggressive in the second half. Jalen Smith continues to hit his threes at a really high rate, and I think that really changes how teams guard him. Like you see the intention and just like the effort that teams put towards closing out hard to him. And I think if he can start knocking those down, but also attacking closeouts and getting to the rim, that's really going to change who he is as a player. It's just about the consistency. He shot 42% in his last year here in Indiana, shot 32% last year. Now he's up to 36, 37%, whatever it is. He's just got to be there consistently, and that's really going to unlock, I think, a lot for him.
Goat, what light can you shed on the Bulls injury report coming out of tonight's game and moving into this stretch where they're going to play the Heat 3 times in the span of 4 nights? We know the Collins injury is still more of a long-term situation, but when it comes to Josh and Kobe and their participation hypothetically in this set of back-to-backs or the Saturday-Sunday set of back-to-backs?
Yeah, so it sounds like everybody's feeling okay right now. They do some medical updates and stuff overnight, and then they'll check again in the morning. But the plan as of now is to have both Giddey and Kobe available tomorrow night. And that's part of the reason why you're seeing them below 30 minutes because they're just trying to be careful with that. Billy did say that he wants to check in with both of those guys and ask them and see how they feel about their minutes pattern. So a lot of times they're doing like 7 minutes on, 5 minutes off. And is that too long of a break? Does he need to get them back in more frequently? Do you need to make it 3 playing stints per half instead of just 2? And so they'll have to figure that out and adjust on the fly. But as of right now, it is trending towards them both playing tomorrow night. And then we'll see how it goes, because then you have the one day off and then another back-to-back in Miami. I guess there's a chance that they could both play in the second set of back-to-backs, but I just kind of have a hard time believing that, given both of them going through the soft tissue stuff. We'll have to see, but I think they're just taking it one game at a time while trying to be optimistic that they can continue to move forward.
Go real quick. What was it like experiencing the aura of one Johnny Furphy there at the arena?
It was not the same as in Gainbridge Fieldhouse as it was in the Thomas and Mack Center this summer, where he put on the poster of the century, Noah Senge. But yeah, I mean, he's starting now. It's good to see him playing more minutes. Didn't score it really, but he's a good rebounder. He's a good player, and I know you love him, so that's really all that matters.
That is true. That's true.
Go. We appreciate the time. We appreciate you making the trek down there for this one. Bulls fans, read his stuff, allchgo.com. Become a diehard with promo code GOAT at sign up, so you can read all of it the very best. If you follow Will_Gottlieb. Buddy, get home safe, and we'll look forward to seeing you back home soon.
Cool. See you guys then.
Oh, man.
With that, let us knock out another quick ad break. We'll come back on the other side, dive more into tonight's game. Let's talk about game day difference makers. We'll get to some more super chats as well. Keep those coming. We love and appreciate them so much. We also love and appreciate the like button, and that thing is freaking free.
Hit the like.
BRB.
Matt Peck, I need a cool hat. You mind tossing me one?
Hey-o.
Well, put one on your head first.
Okay.
Put a cool one on your head.
Peck.
But that means that's all the cool hats, right?
Yep.
What? There's more?
Uh-huh.
And there's more than that?
Uh-huh.
They don't stop. Oh,
They
my
don't
God.
stop
He still
rocking.
had to be cool hats because they're for branded bills, ladies and gentlemen. All of the cool hats in the world come from Branded Bills, man. So whether you need snapbacks, truckers, fitted, beanies, or tees, Branded Bills has you covered with performance and style. Looking for some gear to make your brand stand apart from the crowd? Branded Bills got you covered with the best custom headwear. Start your order, and their dedicated team will help you create the exact custom apparel that you needed. Promise you, when these came in the office, everybody around the office was like, yum, 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 yum. I need hats. These are Branded Bills, and they are awesome. Big Ten schools in full effect. Can't you see? Shout out Illinois. Shout out Indiana also. Head to brandedbills.com and use the code BBCHGO for 15% off your first order. Branded Bills, where that?
CHGO Bulls also brought to you by Four Seasons.
Yeah.
Winter is here. It's been here a while. It's not going anywhere. What does that mean? It means it's time for you to schedule Four Seasons furnace tune-up.
Yeah.
Think about the whole home generator. They've got you covered there, too. At Four Seasons, they guarantee same-day installation for all your heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical, and generator needs with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or even holidays.
Celebrate.
Save up to $4,000 on furnace and comfort systems with Four Seasons. Furnace heats starting at $39 a month. Furnace AC combos, $57 a month. So call today and save $50 from your trusted local experts. Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric have been serving Chicagoland for over 50 years.
That's a long time.
We are sponsored by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts. Visit FourSeasonsHeatingCooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's FourSeasonsHeatingCooling.com. Because for all the right reasons, stay.
Call 866 Four Seasons.
Along here on Wednesday night. After
CHGO
Bulls is brought to you by Pacers. What's up, Joey?
One more time, shout out.
Everything's fine over here.
Are we good?
Everything's
One more
fine.
time. Shout out to my man Undisputed, who doesn't understand the running joke about Johnny Furphy and why I love my man Johnny Furphy. But yes, I do realize Johnny Furphy is not that dude, sir, obviously. But it's a running joke, my friend.
Some people are just a little slow on the uptake there, Dave.
Yeah, just a little slow. If you want to know why, I will break it down for you. But yeah, it has to do with him looking like he belongs with in Bayside High from Saved by the Bell. And I just have always enjoyed saying his name ever since he got drafted.
Who could forget the cool new classmate of his, Micah Potter, who came in there and did some stuff tonight, too.
Oh, man, I couldn't believe it.
Dude,
Zach's cousin walks in and just...
he and Slater are going to have a fight for an arm wrestling competition for who's the coolest kid in school.
Oh, they're going to fight, man, for Lisa and Jesse. They're going to be out there, man. It's going to be crazy.
I'm going to wear your heart around my neck.
Hey.
Shout out to Jay Sane 360 in the chat, who said the Bulls are a team full of okay players, which equals the 9th seed. Well, hey, I might press back on you a little bit.
Okay.
Some might say that they're a team of 9 to 10 very good players.
Stop it.
That's better than okay. I mean, they just lost the Pacers for the 3rd time this season, but how dare you insinuate that it is just a roster of 9 okay players? Nay.
And the Pacers are trying to lose, correct?
They are
just
trying
for those
to lose.
scoring
I
at
mean,
home. Okay,
But this is what
elite, elite taking in that first quarter.
True.
The Pacers started this game 0 of 6 at the rim.
Yeah.
There they were at the rim.
Yeah.
There was a lid on it. My God.
They missed they missed their first 7 layups.
they almost had 0 points in the paint in the first quarter until P. Will gave up that layup with like a minute to go.
The legend gave it up. But I talked about that this is still a rivalry game. Like, even though they might be trying to tank and lose these games, when they play against, a team that's kind of your rival, you're trying to win. And you're trying to play your best. And they showed that in the fourth quarter where you could easily mail it in. We've seen teams do that. I mean, I still remember when Toronto did that last year where they were playing the Bulls tough, and then they took everybody out the game. And it was like, no, it's yours. You can have it. So, yeah, man, we get that. But it's a rivalry game. And this is a team that was in the NBA Finals and a game away from winning it all. That stuff is still in you. You know what I mean? Like, wanting to win and still trying to win, those things are still embedded in you. So, when they play this Bulls team, they're going to get their best, in my opinion. And they got it, especially in that fourth quarter.
Oh,
he
Lord.
will, dear God. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about who among those 9 to 10 very good players for the Bulls was their difference maker tonight, shall we, Joey? Game Day Difference Maker, presented by Gameday Men's Health. Better father, better husband, better man. Go to Gameday Men's Health. Visit GameDayCHGO.com to find locations closest to you. All right, so Game Day Difference Maker, I know you asked Go about one of these guys, but I'm just going to yet again shout out Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
Moved back to a reserve role tonight after a handful of starts with Giddey being out and then Giddey working his way back off the bench. Of course, it would be natural to be curious how he would respond to that change.
Yeah.
Beautifully.
Yeah.
He still ended up playing 28 minutes off the bench. The Bulls bench was the Jalen and Ayo show tonight, really.
Without a doubt.
But you mentioned the double-double he had, 13 and 11, continuing to knock down his 3-ball, putting work in on the boards. Like, you can make an argument that he's one of the 3 most valuable players to this team on a nightly basis right now.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I mean, yes,
it's crazy that those words just came out of my mouth.
But it's true.
But, I think it's partially at least true.
And he's really developing himself into a stretch 4 kind of guy. And a guy who's playing the 4. Like, usually when Jalen Smith came in, I only knew him, as a center. That's how I looked at him, as being a center. And even last year, when they got Zach Collins, well, you already got a center. I know he had the knee issue and everything. I was like, but you already have a guy who's your backup center. So him playing at the 4 exclusively wasn't a thing. And I think out of necessity, obviously, he got in there and he played the 4. And he's been seamless, like you just said, Matt. Like, it's been real seamless in him getting out there and doing it. Sometimes the 3-point shot isn't falling, but he's still going ahead and he's going to ball out. Tonight it was falling for sure for him, 3 or 4 from the 3-point line. But he's just so impactful, especially on the defensive end for me. That's where the impact truly comes in. I know the points are great, 3-pointers are great, but what he's doing on the defensive end is truly impactful. Because he's not always been the greatest defender, but he's a guy you can feel on the defensive end, man. He's a guy that will deter your shot on the defensive end.
The phrase rim deterrent was just running through my head before you said that.
That's what he is, man. He is a rim deterrer. That's how he rolls, man. And having that out there at the 4, knowing that he can honestly, on a switch, still guard the guards. We saw T.J. McConnell ooh, this guy's tall. Let me pass this basketball. We saw him guarding Pascal Siakam, who I've said when the 11, he actually was 6 of 16 tonight. So he was struggling out there tonight. And shout out to Isaac Okoro also as well, who I mentioned in pregame, is going to have a solid one, and he did. So I thought those two guys did a great job. But, yeah, man, Jalen is doing it. And as you mentioned, Matt, getting a bulk amount of minutes. So continuing to have this impact when you're playing almost 30 minutes a game is something that is consistent with being a good basketball player. And that's what he's been right now for the Chicago Bulls. And it seems that's going to continue going forward for them because they're going to need all of that, especially with this stretch of games they got coming up against the Heat.
Well said. Do you have a nomination yourself for Game Day Difference Maker?
Yeah, basically the Costello to the Abbott you just said right there. That's Ayo Dosunmu, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he made all the difference in the world for the team. There's no defense for him. I've said on the show, like, when you can have your own shot and when you can have that, I don't care what else you do or what else is going on with you. When you have your own shot that people cannot stop, then you're going to play very long in this league. He does more things, obviously, but they cannot stop him from getting to the rim. And not just the Pacers. I'm just talking about we've seen him do this countless seasons. They can't stop him from getting to the rim. And when he gets there, you can pretty much chalk it up because that layup is going in. And it doesn't matter how or where it's going in. It's going in. And it's impressive to sit and really, truly watch. And you need those kind of guys on a team, especially even on a bad team or even on a winning team, which is why I've always said he fits on whatever team in the NBA because he will always play that same kind of way and always give you that same kind of impact. The three-point shot, it's been a little more cool. He didn't hit one tonight. It's been because, remember, he was just white hot from the three-point line, shooting over 50% at one point in time during his stretch. But 0 of 3 tonight from the three-point line, but still giving you 19 points. And he went to the line. He had 3 of them from the free throw line. That means, guess what he was doing? The paint, and more of the paint.
8 of 12
Buckets.
inside the arc from the field.
Buckets. That's Ayo Dosunmu, man. He's been awesome.
He's so good. And I think I mentioned this in my quick write-up for the game tonight. Like, with each game that passes and we see more and more that Ayo just brings it and brings it and brings it. And, like, I think Stacey said something at some point in tonight's broadcast about, like, he really needs to be put into the Sixth Man of the Year conversation.
Without a doubt.
I would argue that those awards usually go to sixth men on winning teams.
Hey.
The Bulls are not a winning team.
Hey.
But it was one of the things that Stacey said tonight where I'm like, for all of the homerism, bless his heart, Stacey kind of has a point with that one because that's how good Ayo has been.
Yes.
With the career best numbers behind the three-point line, among the best in the entire league this season. And I saw somebody in the chat just a moment ago talking about some of the Bulls' best offensive players being huge net minuses on the defensive end and how that's a trend that's existed through several different iterations of AK rosters over the years now.
Right.
It's still a problem today.
Right.
It was a problem when AK built his first roster here. But it was a problem before AK took over, and this team's best players were young Kobe and young Zach.
Yeah.
Great offensive talents. Where's the defense?
Yeah.
Ayo is one of the examples you can make an argument for on this roster right now who is a player who plays well on both ends of the floor.
Without a doubt.
And I saw something in my YouTube algorithm earlier today, some Timberwolves talk show, and it was like photoshopped Ayo, Kobe, Trey, all in Wolves gear because of all these reports of Minnesota trying to make a change in their backcourt. And we're offering up Mike Conley and Terrence Shannon Jr. Any takers? Actually, we might want to keep old man Mike Conley just for locker room vibes. Would you like Terrence Shannon Jr. in a couple of seconds? And AK will be like, keep the seconds, but give me Terrence Shannon Jr., who, by the way, is essentially the same age as Kobe White. But I just saw that and was thinking to myself, like, the closer we get to the deadline, the more and more I am hoping that Ayo is a Bull after that deadline passes. Knowing that he's on expiring and that they're going to have to go back to the negotiating table and that the Bulls might have to, match some quality offers or beat some quality offers that Ayo might get out there. Because I think the league is taking notice just how valuable Ayo is. Several reliable reports over the last couple of weeks have said the name that the Bulls are getting the most calls about right now is Ayo.
It is. He's the one, man. Like, and because again, he fits in anywhere, and it doesn't matter who's there or who's not there. He is the same every single time. So when you have a guy that's injured, he's still giving you 15. When your other guy is hurt and can't play, he'll still give you 16. Like, it doesn't matter who's out there because Ayo Dosunmu, you can hang your hat on the consistency of him. And there's nothing better than having a player that is consistent. That's how good players are made in this NBA, is when you are consistent in your game. And we know what you're going to get every single night, and it's going to be positive no matter what the score is, no matter if it's me and Matt out there playing point guard and center. Ayo Dosunmu is going to get his every single time, and it's going to impact the game.
Speaking of Ayo getting his, Julia in the chat saying, I believe Ayo will take a hometown discount. I want Ayo to get paid, man.
I want him to get paid.
I want Ayo to get paid because he deserves it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we'll see where we are with these Bulls guards between now and next Thursday. I genuinely have no idea what's going to happen. I still think most likely scenario, Kobe gets traded.
Yeah.
The return is very little because they should have traded him a year ago, and that's all.
And that's it.
I think AK makes one move, and it's trading Kobe for a very underwhelming return. I think that's what we're talking about a week and a day from now.
Honestly, history says
does waving Vooch count as a move? Not really.
No, and why would they do that?
They would never, Joey C.
As much as the Bucks look like they are close to trading Giannis and tanking, you can't guarantee yourself that 10th seed.
Yeah, man.
If you let Vooch out that door.
How dare you? The clutch player.
What a ridiculous notion.
Did you not just see the three-pointer that he did, sir? The clutchness of one young Vooch they got to have out there on the floor, Joey C. We'll talk contract maybe next year.
Maybe. With that, we got to knock out one last quick ad break. We'll come back on the other side, get to some more super chats we have on deck. Any of y'all's thoughts that you have left in the chat, keep them coming. We'll be right back. The like button is and always will be a free.
Hit it.
CHGO Bulls is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Let's talk about your next weekend adventure, or maybe just your next big night out, because either way, Potawatomi has everything you need in one spot. We're talking thousands of the latest slots and table games. Shout out Vegas Bathers. Ready to refuel? You've got a ton of amazing restaurants and bars to choose from. Whether you're feeling fancy, Big Dave putting on a tux,
Pinky up.
or you just want to be a schlub like me, they've got you covered either way. You don't even have to leave the property if you don't want to. Stay in style. Their luxurious hotel. Just steps away from what many call the Midwest's best sports book. Maybe you're heading to Bucks Bulls later this season. So start your day right at the Potawatomi, hit the sports book, then head out to the game. It's all right there. Super convenient. Milwaukee has a full winter lineup of not just sporting events, but also concerts, festivals, comedy, and more. Potawatomi is the perfect home base for all of it. Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. Your win is waiting, unless you're the Packers. Go check it out.
You suck. Just like saying Packers suck. And big shout out to my man Ray! Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, ladies and gentlemen, because new vehicles are in store at Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, and this is your chance to score a great deal at the Ray's Resolution Sales event. Head to Ray CDJR on Route 12 and choose from their huge inventory of Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram vehicles. And right now, get 0% financing on 72 months plus no payments until spring with new Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram models. Plus, shop over 125 vehicles priced under $20,000. With that friendly team of brand experts, the team at Ray CDJR is here to help you during your entire car shopping journey. And with that race price promise, you can shop confidently with no add-ons, no hidden fees, ever. Price you see, price you pay. That's how it works. Don't miss out on Ray's Resolution Sales event for huge savings on new models. For more information, visit Ray CDJR today on Route 12 in Fox Lake or online at raycdjr.com. They've been serving the community since 19.
That's right. 1963.
Yeah, that's it.
CHGO Bulls postgame rolling along for a bit longer on Wednesday night. Thanks for being here, Bulls Nation, on a tough night. Hit that like button. Cheer yourself up with the like button. It's free.
And thanks for being here.
And it spreads joy. Thanks for being here. All right, we got a few more super chats we can get to. Schwo from Chicago.
Whoa, what up, boy?
Saying Kobe stops the ball faster than the greens at Augusta after a rainstorm.
Whoa, that's rich man talk right there.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Hello, friends.
Yes, man.
Sorry, I don't speak country club. Minimal playmaking instinct, poor shot selection, trade him please, bad fit. Harsh critique of Kobe, but look, I think there's been several examples in this recent stretch of games of Kobe's late game decision making not being the absolute best. But as Joey, you were saying earlier, he's also a guy on this team who is lacking a player like that, I think, willing to just go try to get the team a tough bucket late in a close game when they need a tough bucket. You take the good with the bad. It's kind of like the Zach LaVine days, too.
That's a fact.
You take the good with the bad. Gifted scorer, can get to the rim, can knock down huge shots from the outside, and then also does some things where you're like, yo, dude, what the hell was that?
Well, and to your point, you've done this before, Peck, on the show, where certain players are a caliber or a tier, and this Bulls roster is asking them to play above a certain tier.
Sure.
So when you ask them to do that, these are the kind of mixed results that you will get, right? Like Kobe's maybe taking these shots out of necessity, because I just saw it on multiple possessions that it was a little hot potato. And so Kobe was like, all right, dude, I'm going to take this shot.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
We're going to keep you in the game.
And they've won most of their games this season by committee. Not like one player having an outrageous performance. It's the way the roster's built. It's a poorly built roster of players being asked to play and be a tier above the player that they actually are.
Yeah.
But that's what you get. That's why when the Bulls have been dealing with injuries throughout this entire season, Dave, and it's been different guys.
Sure.
They've been missing Okoro for a stretch. Then they missed Jalen for a stretch. They missed Giddey for a stretch. They started the season without Kobe. In and out and in and out. Like when your team loses Trey Jones and you're like, oh, that's a bad hit. That's a bad injury hit. Or like we can't beat the Pacers because we didn't have Okoro and Jalen Smith tonight.
Right.
When those are the things you're talking about,
Right.
it means the collection of talent on your team ain't that good.
That's
When Zach Collins comes back, guys.
Oh, just you wait, Joey.
Just you wait.
When that big toe gets back into his shoe
Just you wait.
and starts behaving like the well-behaved big toe it needs to be,
Yeah, man.
the Bulls are going to start cooking.
It's absolutely the one thing that has always bothered me is the dependence on that. Like, usually you have to lose a plethora of guys for it to truly affect what's really happening. I'm just talking about as a good team. It truly affect what's happening on your team. But with the Bulls, like the margin of error, man, like it is a thin slice of provolone. That margin of error for the Chicago Bulls. And if they lose any of it, everything collapses. It throws everything out of whack. Then, oh, my God, how's this going to work? Oh, my God, how's this going to work? Well, this guy was doing 3 jobs. You know what I mean? That you usually just have one player for, like you'll have, 3 players for. Bulls have one guy doing all that stuff.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Plugging all those holes. So when you lose that, then the deal starts collapsing. And everybody's like, I don't know how to do that job because that guy was doing it. Oh, and he's going to be out for 2 weeks and he'll be reevaluated at that time. So, yeah, injuries affect the Bulls tremendously for sure, but it shouldn't affect them to this level because of the type of players he's talking about. Not saying they're bad because they're not. They're good basketball players, but they're still role players. And losing a guy like Trey Jones should not mean that your entire offense, especially your half court, is going to suffer. Because, again, I'm telling you, I saw it again tonight. Like, that half-court offense suffers. That second quarter, Matt, when nobody could score basketball.
Oh, God.
How about that fourth quarter, as Joey C. was saying, playing hot potato? You know Trey Jones is going to find the open guy or he's going to take it himself, one or the other. So it's going to be a kind of struggle, you know what I mean, as long as Trey is going to be out. But it shouldn't inhibit them or deter them from getting these victories, man. Like, I know he's important, but damn, they should still be able to get these victories against teams like this.
I thought I had died and been sent to purgatory watching that second quarter. That was ugly.
It was tough.
Ugly basketball.
It was tough, man.
Good
God. It was tough.
Joey, did you have a thought?
Oh, I was just going to say, like, look, I love Undisputed when he's in the chat.
They don't deserve that.
Look, I appreciate it.
No, shout out. No, everybody deserves love.
Because
clearly dealing
Okoro
with
and Jalen
something.
Smith are winning players. I'm sorry. We're 53 minutes in the show. What the hell have Okoro and Jalen Smith won in this league? I'm sorry. And I like Jalen Smith a lot. He's having a great season.
Some games.
He's been fantastic. And Okoro playing some defense, maybe and enjoying and trying to take advantage of his expanded role that was shrinking in Cleveland. But winning players, man, this is the gap. That's the bridge that I cannot cross. Like,
A bridge too far.
To put in Bulls terms, Anthony Capriati in the chat just now. Great point. Could you imagine if the '90s Bulls were this reliant on Judd Bushler? Close the book. Game, set, match. That's the point that we're making here. And no diss to Judd. Shout out to Judd.
Oh man,
There's a 3-time champ. Legend.
Oh my goodness.
But come on, man.
Man.
It is a team of role players. And that was AK's vision.
Yeah.
It's a bad vision.
Yeah.
And when I say role players, I include names like Kobe White.
Yeah.
Names like Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
Names like Vooch.
Yeah.
At this stage of his career, that dude's a role player.
Yeah.
He's a good one. He's a role player.
Very good one.
Those are your best role players, and there are less talented role players around them. What the hell ceiling do you think that team has or will have? Because the ceiling is their record right now.
Yeah.
23 and 24.
It's true. It's true. And I mean, guys, like we're just talking about, how it's going taking certain guys out just really affects everything because they're doing three things. So I get you can say, well, their record, without these guys. I mean, nobody's sitting there clamoring, calling Trey Jones the winning player. They're 2-4 without Trey Jones. You know what I mean? They need him. They need Trey Jones to win. You know what I mean? I know you're like, oh, Trey's a winning player too. Like, we get it. Like, guys are going to play and they got to win. But come on, man. Like, you should still be able to win these games, with against these kind of teams without having those guys there. Because I'm watching the Pacers win these games without having the guy on their team. They're still beating the Bulls without having the guy on their team who we would trade everybody we've just talked about to get, which is a Tyrese Halliburton. And they still had other guys out again tonight that were impactful in some of these victories that they had against the Bulls. They didn't have those guys tonight either. But, man, they were winning these games without him and despite not having him, man. Like we saw Obi Toppin had a hell of a game against the Bulls the last time. Didn't play. Wasn't out there tonight, man. Didn't matter. They was like, we'll put Zach Morris's cousin out there and we'll still do our thing, So that's what we're trying to say here, man. Like, the way it's constructed is not great. When you're that dependent on that kind of role player, then you got a problem here, man. Like, you don't have a stew. You don't have a stew going, baby.
At this point, the Bulls are now 1-2 against Brooklyn, 1-2 against Charlotte, 0 I lost my spot. 0-3 against Indiana, 0-2 against Milwaukee, which looks worse and worse, and 1-2 against New Orleans.
That's not good.
Y'all want and 1-1 split with Utah.
With Utah, yeah, I remember that one.
Anyone out there who's still trying to get me to take this team seriously this season, please stop. Yeah. I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to watch these games. I'm still going to have a vested interest in what some parts of this roster look like because they will be a part of this team moving forward.
Yeah.
People who are like, well, the Bulls are only fill-in-the-blank games back of the blank seed. No. Miss me with that. I think we had one more super chat, Joey.
We sure do.
Ryan Smith.
We sure do.
Go ahead, Joey.
Can we get an AK impression with Peck, I'm assuming with him, acting like he knows what to do for this trade deadline? We now go live to AK in his office preparing for the trade deadline.
First of all, thank y'all for being here, and thank you to Ryan for the second $20 super chat of the night. Really appreciate that. That's going to make Jerry really happy. Look, yeah, we're taking a lot of calls. We obviously really like this group and have faith in this group, and that 4-game win streak over quality teams like Boston. Who else did we beat? Minnesota. Like, that's really encouraging. I got back above 500. Only a handful of games out of the 6th seed. So, if we hear the right offer, we might take it. But we really like Kobe and hope he's a part of this organization a long time. And we really like Ayo and hope he's a Chicago Bull for a long time. And by the way, the official asking price for Vooch is 5 future unprotected first-round draft picks. And I'm confident that we will get that deal for Vooch, or we will keep him because this team really needs Vooch and what he brings to this team every night. Really respect Vooch, the veteran player he is, and he's one of our 9 to 10 good players. So y'all hang in there. It was great talking to you, and I'll talk to you on draft night.
Oh, man, one-man show down at the Senior Center Matt Peck, 11 a.m. We'll be there live. Get there early. That tapioca is gonna go.
The dude
Get there early. Oh my God, that's amazing. The 5 first rounds. Oh, that's excellent stuff. I love that, man. That's good stuff.
At least 5.
Oh, you know the Bulls are 4-0 without Patrick Williams? just telling you.
Winning players.
Just telling you.
How many points did he score tonight?
Was it 2? Yeah, 2.
Oh, did he?
I think
thought
he
he
ended
didn't
up with
score.
2.
Oh,
Zero.
did he?
I saw 0.
Let me make sure. Nope,
I thought
you're
he
right.
had
A
0-1-1. Yeah.
You're confusing
I'm
that with
confusing
the
it.
0-4-2
Yeah, I'm confusing
from the
it.
field.
Oh, man, excuse me.
Yikes.
Yeah, he's pure ass. Excuse me, my bad.
We don't need overtime on a night like tonight, so let's get out of here.
get outta here.
Shout out to our guy, king of the controls, one and only Joey C. Follow him, Joey Sports Guy, Big Day, Bow, me and W Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Shout out to our guy, Will the Goat. Follow him, Will_Gottlieb. Read his stuff, allchgo.com. We'll be back tomorrow, live, pregame. Second night of a back-to-back. Bulls taking on the Heat for the first of 3 straight Heat battles. 6:30 Central pregame. We will see you then. Have a great night. Hit the like on your way out. Much love, Bull Nation. See you, be good.
Yo, Kevin Cater, appreciate you, bro. Love you, man.
Love.
Appreciate you. For real. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.